Alright, you little turds. Today we're going to be learning about cellular respiration, anaerobic versus aerobic stuff. So let's get into it. First off, what is cellular respiration? Cellular respiration is the process where organisms use glucose, which is a special type of sugar that's inside of cells, and just normal sugar. So pretty much imagine sugar, but if smart people say sugar, glucose. They're both the same thing. Now, the process of cellular respiration is a process where organisms use glucose, sugar, to create energy. You should know what energy is. And the energy that is released from chemical bonds during cellular respiration is stored in molecules of ATP. Yeah, of ATP, which is a word I don't know how to say. You can look it up on Google. Alright, next up. What organisms undergo cellular respiration? Both heterotrophs and autotrophs undergo cellular respiration because they both have mitochondria in their cells. Now, you may have heard the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell, and it's true. The mitochondria does pretty much power and operate through the cell. That's exactly what it is. So, as you can see, heterotrophs are things like animals, mammals or so, and autotrophs are plants. It's just that simple. There's not much that you need to remember. And what is ATP energy used for in the body? Now, ATP releases energy for metabolic processes in the cell. Examples of this are active transport of molecules across the cell membrane, and protein synthesis, and muscle contractions. Make sure you're taking notes on this because you may need to know this. I don't know. And cellular respiration equation, that's a lot of stuff, but just know all this over here, which is glucose plus energy, that gets transformed into a little equation. Okay. Restart. Okay, so glucose plus oxygen. I'm stupid. I'm sorry. I can't help it. Glucose plus oxygen is turned into carbon dioxide, water, and energy. ATP. And cellular respiration is a process that is usually aerobic. What does it mean? Wait, sorry, crap. What does that mean exactly? Aerobic. It means that the reaction requires oxygen in order to work. And its opposite, anaerobic, is pretty much the exact same thing as the first one, but except it doesn't need oxygen. Oxygen isn't necessarily needed in order to happen. Where does cellular respiration occur? Well, cellular respiration happens in the mitochondria of the eukaryotic cell. And the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell, as I just said. Because, that's just common knowledge you need to know. And the job for the mitochondria is to turn glucose and oxygen into energy. It's just that simple now. Mitochondria have a double membrane? Question mark? Mitochondria has a double membrane. The outer membrane is smooth. The inner membrane is called a that word, which allows for more surface area for chemical reactions to occur. Boom! The center of the mitochondria is called again with these freaking words. A matrix. I don't know, I've never seen that word a day in my life. I'm just joking. And the mitochondria have their own DNA. Everything past DNA in 2020. Here's a little visual right here. Mitochondria inner structure. It's the inner membrane, the outer membrane, the word, in the matrix. Yes. 3 steps of cellular respiration. 1. It's I'm really not getting this, am I? Yeah, the glycolysis, which is the anaerobic stuff, which it gives energy to the cell mitochondria. I don't really know how to explain this because I don't really get it either. Hopefully your professor goes over this. Mine's probably did. I don't think I can remember right now. The Krebs cycle, which is aerobic stuff. Sorry about that. Now we're back on track. An electron transport chain. Yeah. Next one is glycolysis. At least that's the best way I can say it. It occurs in the chloroplasm, and it's the chloroplasm is a fluid that fills the insides of a cell, kind of like a milk inside of a bowl. You know what I mean, right? It does not require oxygen in order to operate, and it splits a molecule of glucose. I'm not sure if I said that right. And it makes 2 ATP molecules. What happens to the glycolysis? Now, if O2, which is air or oxygen, isn't present, then it fermentation, I guess, and pretty much anaerobic respiration. Now, if O2 is present, then the Krebs cycle takes place, which is aerobic respiration. You can clearly see it right here. Now, the Krebs cycle, which is aerobic respiration, it makes 2 ATP molecules, and the Krebs cycle can also be called the citric acid cycle. And there's a lot of stuff right here, so you can pause the video however much you want to see what's up. We're nearing the end. Electron transport chain. It's a series of proteins located in the mitochondrial membrane. It uses products from the Krebs cycle to move protons across a concentrated graduate, I'm just going to say that, to form ATP. Now, oxygen is used as a final electron applicator or acceptor at the end of the electron transport chain, and oxygen receives electrons in H+. Wait, I think I should know what H+ means. And produces a molecule of water, and it makes 34 ATP molecules. In the overview of the cellular respiration, the glycolysis, 2 molecules, Krebs cycles, 2 molecules, and electron transport chain is 34 molecules. Total of 38 molecules. Fermentation. Breathing provides enough oxygen for your bodies to carry out normal activities. When you are conducting high levels of activity, breathing doesn't supply enough air for your cell's activity. It doesn't. And if oxygen is not present, the products of the glycolysis will enter fermentation. And fermentation provides enough energy, also known as ATP, so glycolysis can continue until the oxygen becomes available. It occurs in the cytoplasm of the cell, which is not the mitochondria. There's 2 types of fermentation. One is lactic acid fermentation and alcohol fermentation. Lactic acid fermentation occurs in muscle cells of the body. It is a waste product for fermentation that builds up your muscles during exercise, which is why your body feels sore and like a burning feeling when you're done exercising. It can also occur in some bacteria and mold. Cheese and yogurt are products of lactic acid fermentation. You get what I mean. Alcoholic fermentation. It occurs in yeast, and it causes bread dough to rise, and it's used in beers and wines. Here's just some questions. Nobody really cares about them. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. Probably learned something from it. Make sure you subscribe to EpicBloxBoy 2, or you'll be a boo. Yeah, I guess I may link put the link to this in the description. I don't know. Depends on how I feel.